It was match day 2 of the quarterfinal stage at the 2023 African Nations Cup, and the tournament had a few more surprises to give with the survival of Côte d'Ivoire once again. They scored the winning goal in the last few minutes of extra time besides going behind in the match and playing one man down through much of the second half. The tournament has indeed proved to be the gift that keeps on giving. The Super Eagles of Nigeria also pulled off a victory in a pulsating match against the Palancas Negras of Angola in their quarterfinal match to theoretically become favorites alongside Côte d'Ivoire. However, the Super Eagles still have to get past South Africa, who beat Cape Verde in their own quarterfinal match. Do the Super Eagles have an assured place in the final, or do they have to be wary about their South African opponents? Let's get into it. The Super Eagles played another disciplined performance in the quarterfinals, edging out Angola in regulation time. It wasn't a faultless display, but it was an efficient performance, and the Super Eagles got the job done on the night. Heading to the quarterfinal match against the Palancas Negras of Angola, there were stories going around that they had received special incentives to beat Nigeria. The Super Eagles were hence meant to be wary, as the Angolans were super motivated to beat the Super Eagles. This led to quite a bit of social media banter about the merits or demerits of such incentives, as this included cell phones and $250,000 if they won the match. This, of course, added to the hype, excitement, and anticipation leading up to the match. Palancas Negras were nevertheless coming to the match with a reputation of being one of the best attacking sides, having scored 9 goals so far in the competition. The Super Eagles came into the quarterfinal match against Angola with some caution, but quickly showed their intent early in the match in a goal-mouth scramble that nearly led to a goal. The Angolans also registered their intent to win in a corner kick, which was directed towards goal by an Angolan striker, but was parried away by goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali. Subsequently, it was expected that hopefully Victor Osimhen will rediscover his scoring boot in this match, and after 15 minutes it seems he done exactly that when he jumped the highest after a cross into the box to nod the ball into the top right corner in what seemed like the forced goal. However, the referee was called to the sidelines to check video playback of the goal. The goal was subsequently ruled as offside, and so Victor Osimhen's goal draft outside Nigeria's first goal of the tournament continued. Victor Osimhen has, however, been very vital to the Super Eagles' run at the tournament with his overall play. No other player in the Super Eagles plays with as much heart, strength, and vision for goal as Victor Osimhen, who always goes all out, even when he is not scoring a goal. The Super Eagles did, however, get their first goal in the 40th minute of the match, when Moses Simon challenged for a pass from Zaidu Sanusi against an Angolan defender on the left side of attack. He reached the ball quicker than the defender, stealing it off him and running down through the left side of attack towards goal, before releasing a delicious pass for Ademola Lookman to fire the ball into the roof of the net at close range. It was an unstoppable shot to make it his 3rd goal of the competition. Although it's well short of the 5 goals by Emilio Nsue of Equatorial Guinea, he has a shot at being adjudged the most influential player of the tournament, as he has been immense for Nigeria. When Ademola Lookman first started playing for the Super Eagles, he got a lot of criticism for his displays and was close to being shut out of the team. The same can be said for a lot of the present Super Eagles first-team players, and he is definitely the most improved player together with Calvin Bassey and Troost Ekong. Calvin Bassey showed promise while playing at Rangers in the Scottish League, but during his time at Ajax, he was maligned by the press and club after a few mistakes, especially during his earlier days in the club. However, when Calvin Bassey moved to Fulham, he became a rejuvenated player, maybe motivated by his reconnection with his friend and Super Eagles playmate Alex Iwobi. Calvin Bassey has carried that form to the Super Eagles and has become a rock for the team. Playing in defense, Calvin Bassey has been solid and seems to have the skill moving forward and has a good eye for the cross or the pass. He helped create Nigeria's 2nd goal against Cameroon. With the half-baked performances of Zaidu Sanusi going forward, it seems he may be a better option in this role. The other option in this role is Boavista left-back Bruno Onyemachi, who has shown more invention going forward on the left side of attack than Zaidu. Equally improved is Super Eagles center-back and captain Troost Ekong. Ekong as well as Calvin Bassey were given little chance of success during their early careers, but both fought to prove everybody wrong and have become pillars for the Super Eagles. Troost Ekong showed promise during his earlier year playing for Nigeria, but began to lose focus and concentration during his time running a YouTube channel. He lost out his place at Watford and had to move to Salernitana in the Italian league, where he wasn't getting regular playing time and once again had to move. However, since moving to his current club and playing more regularly, he has immensely improved, carrying that form to the Super Eagles, where he is the pillar at the heart of central defense, intercepting everything that comes near the Super Eagles' goal. The Super Eagles' defense has been stellar, with these three defenders being the main pillars, while the other two have done equally well. In a tournament, it is typical for a coach to keep the winning team, but it is important that the team has equally stellar options on the bench, especially since the same set of players have played much of every match since the inception of the tournament. In the match against Angola, the players seem to have immensely tired out during the late stages of the match. If the Super Eagles are to play a match that goes into extra time, it is a big question how fit the same set of players will be playing for an extended period. As the Super Eagles get set to meet South Africa in the semi-finals, Josero must stay flexible. The current formation has worked for the team, but players like Terem Mofi, Kelechi Iheanacho, Rafael Onyedika, and Bruno Onyemachi are capable of providing quality and fresh legs coming off the bench. The Super Eagles must be wary that Bafana Bafana is very good at knocking the ball around and benefit from the fact that most of its players are very familiar with each other. 10 of their players play for the same team, Mamelodi Sundowns, in the South African League, and so have built synergy from playing with each other regularly. Bafana Bafana also has some skilled and pacey players with experience like Percy Tau, who can hurt the Super Eagles, so the Super Eagles players need to be alert in defense and not allow South Africa room to operate in midfield. The Super Eagles also need to ensure they finish off the game in regular time, as it will be hard to beat Bafana Bafana in a penalty shootout with the performance of their keeper in the quarterfinals penalty shootout against Cape Verde. Their keeper Ronwin Williams of Mamelodi Sundowns kept out 4 of the Cape Verde penalty kicks in the epic penalty shootout to give Bafana Bafana a famous victory in the quarterfinals. Stanley Nwabili of Nigeria is familiar with the Bafana Bafana players, as he plays with them in the South African League, and that should have a moral and psychological boost for the Super Eagles. However, it would be a good idea for the Super Eagles to finish off the game in regular time. Should the Super Eagles get past South Africa, they'll be looking at the prospect of a potential rematch with Côte d'Ivoire, who are building a fairy tale run of their own, surviving elimination several times to come up victorious. As Nigeria goes into its semi-final match against South Africa, we hope they stay on their A game, and that good fortune continues to be with the team as we look forward to seeing them in the final. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet and like our content, please subscribe to support our channel. Also, please like, share, and leave a comment telling us what you think about the Super Eagles' performances so far, and whether they should explore changing a few players as they head towards their next match. See you in the next video.